What's good, YouTube? It's about to wouldn't be back with another banger, and today we'll be reacting to when the slave master doesn't name you. Man, I'm coming into this video kind of blind. I don't know what this video is really about, so we reacted to a video by fvckDH. Let's get straight into it. Let's do it.
Bro, are you mad the slave masters didn't name me, bro? If Thomas the slave master from 1800 named me, would that have been better?
She said when she just starts it, she had a dream about King Von. Yeah.
You had it.
Why do Asian people be reacting like this sometimes? Like every time you say something to that, they always do that shit right there. Like, yo, like, I know it's not me that just be noticing that shit, bro. I be noticing that shit.
King Von.
There is a war on Black Americans.
Just trolling.
Well, not entirely, because there is definitely something weird going on. Despite the fact Agent has definitely profited on Black culture, he still has the audacity to be disrespectful to Black people as a whole. He unprovoked said he wasn't named by a slave master. And I say unprovoked because why did he take a shot at Black people like that? Today, I just want to talk about this weird thing that non-Black Americans do, where they try to dismiss Black culture as if Black culture didn't inspire a lot of the trends we see and participate in daily. The lingo, the swag, it's all Black culture, and it's definitely a big reason them AMP boys went up. So let's talk about it. Comment for the algorithm. Now here's the thing, we're not gonna just be talking about how people try to discredit Black culture, but we're also gonna be talking about how these same influencers tend to prop up imitations. The swag, the style, it's all expected of Black people, but when we see these non-Black people do it, it's praised beyond the norm. But before I get all into that, I gotta clock Agent's T, because a big forehead Ethiopian nigga is not about to take shots at my people and just get away with it.
What kind of name is that? Bro, are you mad the slave masters didn't name me, bro? Huh?
It's huge. That shit.
It's a cultural name, asshole. If Thomas the slave master from 1800 named me, would that have been better? Come on, bro. I don't think niggas gotta switch up their names. 100 name me. It's a cultural name, asshole.
And just get away with it.
What kind of name is that? Bro, are
okay, see, look. Thing number one. I don't mean to be, you know what I'm saying whatever and siding, but again, somebody said something, right? Now, the dude could possibly not be Black. You don't know. But this is a retaliation off of somebody talking shit about, you know, his name. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to be directed towards Black Americans, definitely. But this response is for the fact that somebody said something about his name, which is also disrespectful. So if we're kind of like balancing the two, he's still in the wrong. Bullshit. Yeah, he's definitely in the wrong. How can we tell that dude's Black? If he's a Black American, you know, talking shit about his name, then hey, man, you kind of called for it, man. It's like don't talk shit about somebody's name. But if he's not, I'm just gonna say this, then he's Agent's definitely in the wrong if he's not Black, if he's not a Black American.
Are you mad the slave masters didn't name me, bro? Huh? It's a cultural name, asshole. If Thomas the slave master from 1800 named me, would that have been better?
Yeah,
come on, bro. I don't think niggas gotta switch up their names just because you don't want to nigga, that's my name, gang. That's always been my name, asshole. You know that.
To really understand the stupidity of this clip, we have to take a look at AMP and understand that their brand is very much Black American. And while I don't mean to minimize the Caribbean roots that Phantom and Kai share, just as an example, I want you guys to understand that they blew up and niggas were spamming New York gimmicks. You can't be a walking New York culture advertisement and then claim that Black Americans have no culture. You can't have the AMP cipher every year and claim that Black Americans have no culture. These ciphers are a product of hip-hop / rap culture, which is very much Black American. How can you indulge in these facets of the culture? How can you flirt with the epitome of what it means to be Black American and yet deny its existence?
All my mods who are not cultured at all, stop dick riding. I don't want to hear, like, when I'm asking general questions, I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. Y'all niggas is Black. You're Black. You're just Black. You're just fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that see you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly, you're Black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You are American.
It fries me that Kai was saying this too, just completely demonizing Black Americans for their lack of culture. It's this weird superiority these non-Black Americans be having. It bothers me because I love all Black people. These guys want to benefit from the culture, but deny it. And then when a random internet dweeb makes fun of Agent's ethnic name, all of a sudden he got beef with all Black Americans and he starts saying we have slave master last names in a very derogatory way. And I'm not saying that Black people won't have a
I mean, anybody on the everybody on the Western, you know what I'm saying, or in the diaspora. If you're in the diaspora, which I don't think his people is from, but his family, if your family's from the diaspora, yeah, you most definitely got a quote unquote slave name, because I know the names that were that were given prior, that was given prior before the boat landed here by other Africans back in Africa, was probably Mutombo or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Ilele. You know what I'm saying? It's probably some shit like that. But that shit is long gone. All the Haitians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, everybody don't even have no African names. Their names is either from British or England, or that's it. Pretty much, these are just England. It's just some England name from France or UK or I don't know, Britain or wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. And I don't think I won't say they're imitating. They're just acting like where they're from. Like, you feel me? This is where they're from. This is all they know. They probably never been to another country a day in their life before all the richness and all the money and fame came. They probably wasn't traveling at all. So all they knew was New York. All they knew was, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you going to act like a certain country, right, that you probably never been to? This is why I never get when people say this stuff. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Lineage that goes back there, atrocities were committed. The issue is really how Agent said it and the comfortability he had with that disrespect. Agent wants to be part of the culture. He wants to rock the swag. He wants to speak the language, but he made sure to distance himself when he felt slighted. He made sure to make it known that he is not one of us, not truly. In other words, he's putting a very, very big line between him and a Black American, which just divides us. And I just thought that was very, very weird. Mind you, Kai was talking to his chat and he was talking about how some of his chat was not any of those foreign Black groups. But my thing is, the beginning of Kai Cenat's brand was him getting sturdy and just showcasing New York culture, which I've already made clear is a product of Black culture.
All right, that's where he's from. Because think about it, right? So if I'm born in a different country and all I know is this, and my parents know this, right? Or if I'm born in a certain country and all I know is this, right? Like, yeah, I'm basically, you feel me? I'm Haitian, right? But the stuff around me is what formed me. So I can't just remove the way that I am. That would mean, all right, I would have to remove years of what my brain was trained to do. You know what I'm saying? Years and what my brain just took in. Like, I would just have to just remove every knowledge, every piece that my brain has learned and just relearn how to just not, I guess, have the culture that I have or whatever that I have. Like, it's just like, I don't know, you're imitating how I speak, or you're imitating this. It's like, to be honest, I'm not really looking at it like this, bro. I'll just the way that I speak is just because of where I grew up. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Like, it's nothing.
This New York thug Kai could teach this Canadian stutter monster how to get sturdy for content, but he wants to sit up here and deny the culture he was profiting on every day. It starts feeling like Black Erasure, and it starts feeling like they have this sort of superiority, because why are these men so adamant on spreading the myth that Black Americans don't have culture when culture is all we got? They draw these lines, but they do it so negatively. it almost comes with a disgust factor. I'm not Black American, I'm Caribbean on some shit. Like, it's just weird. But the next person I want to talk about is Plaqueboymax, because you already know he'd be at the scene of the crime every single time.
Bro, everyone want to be from somewhere, bro. Everyone wants to be from somewhere, bro. We all want a place to belong. Imagine growing up with no culture, gang. Nigga, I grew up with no culture. I grew up with no culture, bro. I didn't know where I was from.
What makes this clip crazy is that he literally is Black American and he's saying this, which means that Plaqueboymax can now be used as the token Black person who agrees with the weird anti-Black stance, even though this is just an objective.
I have a lot I want to say. I want
culture as a Black American. He can now be used as justification for other people to repeat it, and this can all happen despite the fact that Max.
And I don't even mean to be pausing that much, but I guess like when people say Black culture or they're talking about culture, we're talking about like cultural dances, like cultural clothing, like cultural, you know, music and stuff like that. Like these are festive during certain events. This is not like an everyday thing, right? We know like when it comes to like Jamaicans, it's like the when they be doing all that other stuff, that jump from the fridge and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, chill. chill. I'll be seeing videos. Or when you look at Nigerians and they have their fufu, they have their naturally made things that they eat almost all the time. Or they have certain dances and things that they do during certain events. It's like, all right, during like a carnival season, right? When you have all the Caribbeans and stuff, they're doing their things. Like, yeah, you have some, like, you know what I'm saying, Black Americans that do have their cultural events. Like, for example, Louisiana, they be doing their stuff where they have their cultural events with their cultural clothing and things like that. But when you look at the rest of America in Black culture and stuff like that, you don't really see those things unless you go really far back and you see like some type of cultural clothing and dances they used to do. Now it's not really all that. Like, I don't look at, you know, like I wouldn't look at wearing a white tee or wearing a black tee, jeans, and Jordans a cultural clothing. That's not really like, yeah, it's influenced by Black people, but I wouldn't look at this as like cultural. If you get what I'm saying, like this is like a cultural event. I wear these things too, or you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get together and it's like a cultural dance event, whatever going on. And this is the fit choice because those are like everyday clothing. If I'm keeping it a buck, ripped jeans or black tee or a graphic tee, like a graphic tee, you could literally have anybody on the tee. So it's just, I wouldn't really look at that as all that cultural, but do they influence a lot of culture? Of course. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely, 100%. But is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it like cultural in the sense of how I'm explaining it? No, it's not. That's not really like cultural in a way. If you get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. If you don't, then you're gonna take this to heart. But yeah.
Himself has contributed to the culture via In the Booth, and he did so in a very meaningful way, and yet his own words dismiss that.
Bro, how the fuck did we get here?
But that's not the crazy stuff. The crazy stuff is that Max is currently in China, and he decided to link up with an artist named Four. The thing with Four is that her entire gimmick is bastardized Black art. She made the song and it went viral because there's a lot going on. There's clearly a juxtaposition between like the perceived cutesy Asian girl rapping with like King Von having his hand around her shoulders. I'm just saying it's a marketing gimmick. None of this is meant to be taken serious. It's a come up, and she's doing so by taking an art that's the culmination of heavy pain and transforming it into King Von AI slop. Not only is that dude dead, but he's taken lives allegedly. So it's just so much like energy there, so much pain, and she's turned this into her gimmick, and I feel like that's very distasteful.
What city do you want to go to in America?
Yeah, that's weird. She's a dead man to profit off.
Chicago.
就是我刚开始做说唱的时候，然后我有一天梦见 King Von，真的。
Even though King Von was doing the same, so I can't even say
there's
that.
like she had a dream about King Von.
King Von was profiting off of dead people.
You had a dream about King Von.
So like she was saying like
only difference is she's
King Von
Chinese.
in her dream was like that genius
Shouldn't
come
be
out from
doing
the
Oh, the
pot.
genie. Wait.
Yeah, the
so
genie.
in the dream, King Von was a genie, and he
Yeah.
came out of pot. It was a
Yeah.
regular pot, or was it like goddamn shit? What they got in Chicago?
So she wants to visit Chicago and King Von appeared to her in a dream. Are you sorry? This is the most gimmick found in the kitchen clip ever. Shorty is saying a whole bunch of nothing. She wants to visit Chicago because King Von lived there. Get it? And she also got taught to rap by King Von in her dreams. Niggas will claim black culture doesn't exist, but evidently it's so global. You got an Asian shorty using it as a quick come up. And then you got dudes like Max there to giggle as they do it. It's so absurd that it is a little funny. But what makes it feel like some CIA shit is that there's all these influencers who are so adamant on denying it, but then they turn around and they co-sign the shorty who made a song called Queen Von. And this is just another small thing that's frying me, but this just sounds like noise. The best part, I guess, was that 4 has perfected the nonchalant emote package that a lot of artists do when they're previewing music, so she must have been taking notes. Honestly though, I don't got beef with any black person for real, regardless of where you from. My thing is, just stop saying black Americans don't got culture when a lot of this pop culture stuff we see derives from things that black people made popular. The entire reason we have 4 as a concept is because of black culture. These vultures need something to take, so evidently it exists. That's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. I love you all. Y'all niggas be blessed.
Hey man, again, I feel like when folks be talking about culture, they're talking about like cultural things. Like, what do you are? I know when a bunch of Caribbeans or Africans come together, and Brazilians or Chinese people, they come together, there's a cultural festival, and the only ones that I've seen that is cultural, that I've seen every time, every black people in a specific group that's doing it, the only state that I've seen that from is Louisiana. That's the only state. Other than that, I haven't really seen any other place that comes together that has a cultural dress code with cultural, like I'm talking about like certain things coming together besides like besides Louisiana. I don't really see it. Like, you feel me? But y'all can take that with a grain of salt if y'all want, or y'all can, you feel me, decide to come for me if you took it to heart. But with that being said, that's the end of the video. If y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button if y'all want to stay updated on the next video. Let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.